Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most anticipated games from Nintendo right now is Metroid Prime 4. We know this thing is real, but at this point it's almost more of a tall tale. And today we have a huge update regarding this game. Let's go ahead and get right into it. As we inevitably get closer to that next Nintendo console reveal, with that will come new games, and there's a lot of anticipated games that we have yet to see, Metroid Prime 4 being one of those. And today we have a huge freaking update to do with this game. Before we get started, if you could, please hit a like and subscribe. It would really mean the world to me. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers, so thank you so much, and let's get right into this video. So we are now entering 2024, and you may be surprised to know that the first Metroid Prime game came out all the way back in the year 2002. So 22 years later, we were waiting for Metroid Prime 4. From 2002 all the way to 2007, we got Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. So the real last entry in the Metroid Prime franchise, not including the remaster, was in 2007. That is insane. From Metroid Prime 3 to hopefully Metroid Prime 4 coming in 2024. I covered a leak probably about a month ago or a couple weeks ago at this point, saying that Metroid Prime 4 had been done and they were testing it, but they were having problems due to the cutscenes. And I was thinking maybe it looked too good that they just couldn't put it on the Switch, and at this point it inevitably will come to the Switch too. But what if we had more evidence that this game was done? Well, that would kind of smooth things over and be the icing on top of the cake, if you will. Well, that's exactly what I have for you lovely humans today. And this is coming in the form of a LinkedIn profile. This is coming from Edwin Atwell. Endlessly curious video game developer. He is affiliated with San Antonio College, that's where he went to school, and a little studio called Retro Studios. He is a well-rounded worker who's constantly moving forward in the workforce. I finally discovered the path I wish to follow, the path of my lifelong passion in video games. That sounds beautiful. I am doing the same on this channel. It's a great thing to find your passion. I'm experienced in Jira in the testing process. Right there, ready? Testing process, and have assisted in publishing Call of Duty Vanguard, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and now Metroid Prime 4. Publishing Metroid Prime 4, experienced in the testing process, but maybe this was a typo. Maybe he meant Metroid Prime 3. Let's go down a little bit. Experience, he's a product tester starting in March 2023 at Retro Studios. So it's not even been a year that he's been testing at Retro Studios. And what does he do? March 2023. His project is a Metroid Prime 4, and he's been working on that since he started at Retro Studios. That's freaking beautiful news, ladies and gentlemen. This game is not in limbo. It's not lost to the sands of time. It's a real, tangible thing. This truly makes me really happy, so I thought, well, let's go look at Retro Studios and see what they've done, what kind of projects they've made. This is Retro Studios, get to know them. They've made some award-winning games. They are founded in 1998, and they also have some jobs you can apply to right now, so you should go do that, and then email me all the leaks and inside information. Let's look at some of the stuff they've created. Metroid Prime in 2002. Very awesome. Metroid Prime 2 in 2004, even more awesome. Metroid Prime 3 in 2007, this may be the awesomest, maybe? The Metroid Prime trilogy, well hey, that's probably a given, right? But it's actually pretty cool to me that they also worked on Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Mario Kart 7, and Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and then the Switch port, and then more to come, and it has a little Diddy Kong right here. So maybe they're working on the next big Donkey Kong game as well, but this is Retro Studios. They are responsible for all of the Metroid Prime games, so it's not far-fetched to think, are they going to be working on Metroid Prime 4? I would say, yeah, that makes the most sense to me. And if they are working on Metroid Prime 4, and Edwin Atwell is a publisher for Retro Studios and says he's working on Metroid Prime 4, then I'm going to assume all these pieces of the puzzle fit together. And he is in fact working on Metroid Prime 4 for Retro Studios. Seeing this information right here, as well as the leaks probably a couple weeks ago at this point, to do with Metroid Prime 4 and saying the cutscenes weren't ready, everything looks like it's moving in a great speed. And I'm not just saying this to build up hype for the next Nintendo console, but I could easily see this being a launch game for the Switch 2. And I don't mean like launch day one, I mean in like that 3-month launch period. Like I don't think Mario Odyssey was a direct launch game for the Switch, but it was in that launch period. The same thing with like Splatoon 2, I don't think was a launch game, but it was in like that launch window. I could easily see Metroid Prime 4 being like the holiday game. In my opinion, the Switch 2 will be revealed sometime soon. It will launch in the fall. The launch game will probably be a 3D Mario game. We'll probably get some really cool ports as well, and then some other little stuff like some farming simulators or some stuff nobody asked for. But I could see Metroid Prime 4 being the huge holiday game for Nintendo. They would already get sales for the holidays just off all the little kids and people shopping for the new console. So people out there, the modern consumer, will just buy whatever the hell Nintendo has. Metroid Prime 4 is more of a niche game for a more serious type of gamer. So Nintendo would get all their sales for the holidays off all the other stuff, and then Metroid Prime 4 would sell incredibly well for the main kind of gamers, like the more serious gamers and the fans of the franchise. So yeah, I could see this being in the launch window, like a 2024 Switch 2 game and a holiday release, and I'm very, very, very excited about all this. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about all this? There's even more tangible evidence that this game is being worked on, pretty much done, and should be coming very, very soon. Have you ever played a Metroid Prime game? If you have not, play Metroid Prime Remastered on the Switch. It's insane that a GameCube remake is one of the best Switch games of all time, one of the best shooting games of all time. So I'm very, very excited for this. Down below, let me know your thoughts and opinions, and follow me on Instagram if you could so we can keep the community growing. But you guys know me, I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.